What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Maintenance Man channel. Thank you for joining me. It has been a long time since I have sat behind a camera and talked to you guys in a while, and I want to give you an update to let you know what's been going on with me lately. So when we step out in my garage, you can see I got all my tools and stuff kind of getting organized here. That way they're pretty much grab and go for what I need when I need them. Also got the big quad ripped apart, looking pretty good. Have some parts to throw on it, new fan, new carburetor, taking care of the drum brake in the back there. So got that going on. Sold one of the small ones, have another small one up for sale, have a third one I'm going to build with my son. It's running and driving, but we got to go through it, put lighting and a bunch of other stuff on it. Got a few projects going on. If you ever need to paint like cabinets, I always hit it with some Kills and then whatever paint you want to use. Latex, I know it's oil based and people will tell you don't do it or whatever, but I think it turns out just fine. Changing the oil in my wife's car. I know this video is jumping around a little bit, but I missed the thing for a little bit. But luckily, Super Clean sent me this. The stuff works really well. It's been sitting for about 20 minutes. It says just use, just a few minutes. Easy to use. It smells like sawdust. Guys, you could use sawdust, cat litter, whatever floats your boat, but they have some amazing products. This is what I'll probably use after, just to get the rest of it up. Yeah, I'll go down the drain, Actually, I used a bunch of this and the foaming stuff on the Farmall tractor. If you look at the video, it starts off really oily. I just sprayed that stuff on. Used a pressure washer, just an electric one, and it cleaned that tractor up perfectly. I did take a video of it, but there's a lot of water. It splashed everywhere. But they got awesome products. I really like the smell of the, degreaser. Anyways, let's see how this does. It's a bad day for me on an oil change. This is not a small spill by any means. It's absorbing, that's for sure. This was quite a bit. I'm going to do is spread it out again. You can see it got a lot of the top layer up. I'm going to spread a little bit more on here on this big part, and we'll see what happens, but I really like it. I do save sawdust or get cat litter, but even the container's nice. Get it one time and you can keep filling it up with whatever you want. I don't think it's too expensive in the stores. I'm laying it on pretty thick, but I'm happy with what it got up on the first time. You'll still have a little bit of the spills there. Put on a little heavier there. Still have about this much left. So a little under halfway mark, and there was I had already used some. So, stuff's fantastic though. I really like it. You guys use what you want to use. I'm going to keep using Super Clean. The magic of video making, you can skip around, and now I have a beard, so anyways, expect to see Super Clean products throughout the next few of my videos. It's a great product. I use it a ton, and especially working on that older stuff, it degreases everything really well, cleans it up so it's easier to work on them, which is a huge plus. You don't get as dirty, but you're always going to get dirty. Anyways, what's been up with me? I know a lot of people don't like these style of videos, and that's fine. You don't have to watch it, but what happened was I found another job after building maintenance. I signed on to work with a contractor, general contractor. He has two companies, one refinishing hardwood floors and installing them, and then two, a remodeling side. He hired me for the remodeling side of things. But how it works is his employees kind of jump back and forth to both. Anyways, it started off great. Was a good experience. And then, of course, I went online before even applying for the job to see, you know, how good the company was, and the reviews were very good. I was looking through them all. I mean, there wasn't any bad negativity or anything. So I thought, legit guy here, in business 30 years or whatever. But then he pays you weekly, and I didn't get paid for 2 weeks, which, no big deal, stuff happens. He did end up paying me all my money owed, same with the other employees. But it was like, there were some red flags thrown my way in the beginning, but I guess I kind of looked past them. One was, pretty sure he went bankrupt at one point, and then he's telling me a story. Not a big deal, you know, people can move on from that. And then all of a sudden he became very critical of my work, and this is a guy, owner of the company, would show up to jobs for like half an hour and then just leave. And I get that, like, maybe you're giving quotes and stuff or whatnot, but even the customers were, you know, they didn't like that. So anyways, one morning we go to a job at this house, and before I leave to go to another job, he wanted me to wire in some recessed lighting, you know, little disc lights. I did 2 of them, but there was one where whoever wired it only left about 3 inches of wire. And then on that one where the hole was cut out, it's about 7 inches in between the joists. So by the time you wire it in and everything and try to stick everything up there, there's just not enough room. And he's the one who wired it, and he did a hidden junction box and just didn't pull enough wire through. But he was convinced that he left 6 inches of wire, and for some reason I cut wire off of that, which I don't know why you would, because even 6 inches would be probably not enough. You know, you always want to leave yourself a lot extra, and you don't want to bury a junction box before you wire in what you need to wire in, and you shouldn't be burying a junction box anyways. So then, anyways, he's like, you know, I'll deal with it, blah, blah, blah. He kept pestering me about it that day, and as I was working on the other job, and then he went to another job, and he's asking me why the kitchen outlets aren't put in and all this stuff. They're connected, but they're not put in the wall, and giving me more crap. So I drove over to that job site, walked in the door. He was sitting in the customer's recliner on his phone, and I said, "Great, you're doing what you normally do." And then I went in, and he's like, "Yeah, why aren't any of these done?" You know, and I said, aren't we putting in a backsplash? Why would you put the outlets in and the covers on if you're just gonna have to pull them all out and stuff? He's like, oh yeah. So I grabbed my tools and I left. Never heard from him again besides getting my last paycheck. And it was at that point I decided to just go out on my own, start a handyman business, which I've been doing. And thanks to great family and friends, so far so good. Couldn't be happier about it. And I can't work for people anymore because they drive me nuts. And turns out there was one review I passed up on his company, and it was recent at the beginning of this year where he really screwed up a bathroom remodel. And this, I guess there's a lawsuit over it, basically, is from my understanding. So, it's just, I had to get out, and, so far so good on my own. I'm sure I'll make mistakes. The business side is something I'll have to pick up on, but I show up, I'm reliable, I know what I'm doing, people like me. So, I show up at a house and sometimes it's turned into other people from that area wanting stuff done, and that's what you want when you're starting a business. Word of mouth and stuff starts spreading. So we're getting there. That's what I've been up to. That's what I've been wanting to do for a long time, because companies are just a pain to work for. There's some good ones out there for sure, and if you're happy where you're at, then you're happy where you're at, and that's good. But this was something that I had to do, so this is what I'm doing. I wanted to update you guys. I do have some other videos in the pipeline. Be getting back into some tool reviews and stuff, and also some of the I still have all those quads, not all of them, I've sold a few, but and the amphibious vehicle. I gotta get around. I don't know what I'm gonna do. The quads I might just list up in a together minus the big quad and one of the small ones, and just sell the lot, see how much I could get for it. And the amphibious vehicle, at this point, it depends going in this next month what I can get done on those small ones, but it might end up being get it in the garage, pull the engine. I think I have to pull the engine to get to the points, to get all the bolts off the engine, to get to where the points are hidden on this thing. I think they just need the points cleaned up. I mean, it's trying to hit, but I'm not getting sparks. So clean the points up, maybe get the engine running, and then maybe sell that off and look for a different project. I'd love to do another tractor or something, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. Hopefully you all are doing well. Give me some input, what you'd like to see on the channel coming up. I'll try to get little projects and stuff that I'm doing for work on here also. So not sure. This channel will always be here. Might have to start a different one for some different other things, just how YouTube algorithm works, but I'd like to start putting some videos out. Probably be sporadic, because I'm not just gonna make a video to make a video. It's bad content, I guess. From me, when you're doing it on your own, it's a lot of work making videos on your own, coming up with everything, coming up with the camera angles. I should probably just set up a few cameras and just have them rolling the whole time working on stuff. It'll make the editing process a lot harder, but it is what it is. So for right now, you will be seeing me a little bit more, and like I said, take care, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.